On today's episode of Days of Our Lives, Johnny comforts Chanel, Trip treats Wendy to a quick date, Nicole becomes increasingly irritated, and Xander finds out about Dimitri's proposal. Chanel enters the square in tears. She tells Johnny that when she called Eli to get an update on Abe, he informed her that they believe he drowned. She is comforted by Johnny, but she must visit her mother. Johnny drives her himself out of concern for her driving. Trip is spotted by a beaming Wendy at the apartment. Before she meets Johnny, he claims they have plenty of time for a date of their own. He is sure that in 45 minutes he can give her a better time than Johnny can during a 3-course meal. Wendy steps up to the plate and starts the transformation. When Johnny gets Chanel home, Jada phones to say that Paulina is with her and Rafa at the docks. Johnny makes a commitment to stay with Chanel till Paulina gets back home. Wendy answers a knock at the door after dressing in a baby doll outfit. Trip is positioned there holding a floral arrangement. Ready to go on a date? After that, they play Jenga and have tequila shots. He bends in to kiss her goodnight, but Johnny's call cuts them off. He reports that Chanel, who learned of Abe's death, is with him. Johnny is unable to abandon her. Even once her mother arrives, Wendy encourages him to stay because she understands. Chanel gets into a robe at home and tells Johnny he can visit Wendy. "There's no way I'm leaving you," Johnny declares. She grabs a picture of her and Abe and gives it a hug. Following a day in court, Sloane visits Eric in his room. She couldn't stop thinking about him and how eager she is to become a father. They kiss deeply and collapse on the bed. When Chloe stops by the Dimera mansion, she discovers that Nicole ought to be able to take her child to term. Chloe is happy for both her and EJ. Nicole is as well, but EJ hasn't gotten in touch with her in days. She justifies his dedication to the Dimera family company despite wanting a better father for her infant. Nicole says she has accepted EJ for who he is, warts and all, and Chloe adds that she has done the same for Xander. Nicole blinks back tears. Eric is holding Sloane while she sleeps. "So you believe we had a child?" If they didn't, according to Eric, it wasn't for a want of trying. He inquires, "You really want this, don't you?" She remembers checking the results of the paternity test by swabbing her cheek. She claims to be aware of his deep desire for this. She might not be doing this only for him, Eric hopes. Sloane desires it for them both. She is not particularly close to her family. She must thus design one for herself. Additionally, there would be a chance for atonement. She might be able to be a decent person if she can be a good mother. Sloane advises Eric to bring his mother and John to dinner when he recommends they eat downstairs as well. They can inform them that they are attempting to conceive. Eric will inquire about supper, but declines to do the other. When he phones Marlena, he finds out about Abe. Eric fills in Sloane, who is devastated and believes that this might be excellent news for Colin. She retracts her apology after receiving Eric's stare. He acknowledges that Abe was like a father to Nicole, which causes him to worry for her. Sloane advises him to visit her. Eric gives her a hug and describes her as a lovely person. Sloane has a remorseful expression as she turns away. Chloe begs Nicole to let Xander off the hook at the mansion, but Nicole outlines Xander's transgressions. In response, Chloe advises EJs to avoid talking about that subject further. Nicole finally gives in and inquires about the severity. Chloe believes that all she truly wants to know is whether she has slept with him yet. The question, "Have you?" Nicole inquires. Nicole assumes Chloe will if she says she hasn't yet. Dimitri calls Megan from outside the bar and leaves her a message. He finds it strange that after encouraging him to find a wife, she has stopped calling him after learning that he has proposed to that Rischech woman. Xander wrinkles his brow close by. Xander introduces himself when Dimitri hangs up and confronts him over making a proposal to that Rischech woman. Dimitri claims that if not, his mother wouldn't understand about whom he was speaking. Why does he care who Gwen marries? Dimitri queries. Xander admits to Dimitri that he and Gwen came close to getting married. According to Dimitri, Gwen is making every effort to put him behind her. He further cautions that those who meddle with his private life typically come to regret it. He makes certain of it. In response, Xander cautions that when someone harms someone they care for, and he still cares about Gwen, those people often regret their actions. Additionally, he ensures it. Xander leaves as Dimitri scowls. With a vase of freshly delivered flowers, Leo enters his solemn inn room. When he reads the card, he discovers that it is from Dimitri, who is wishing Gwen would give thought to his proposition. Leo laughs, but Gwen says she's thinking about it. She appeals to him, he thinks she's intriguing, and he wants to hang out with her. Even if Leo claims to be all of those things, they shouldn't be married. Gwen has to get over Xander. She cannot have a rebound marriage, Leo responds. Gwen is adamant that's not it. Dimitri is the ideal man for her. He's wealthy, appealing, and romantic. And she's just been waiting for him to show up. It's good to be the one being chased after all her terrible relationships. Leo snorts, like Katniss in the Hunger Games. Gwen exclaims in awe of Dimitri's knowledge of her early years and his sincere desire for her. Leo claims he can recognize a con from a mile away since he is knowledgeable about them, and this guy is up to no good. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Daily Bulletin News, and stay with us.